And hello, here we are with the top-down analysis of EURUSD. So I do this top-down analysis every week, and usually I do it when the market ends, like stops on Friday, and here we go, or during the weekend. I have started for some pairs to do it also on Wednesdays because a lot of things may change during the week, during the first days of the week, and it's also to refresh where are the levels and what is happening, because it's very important to stay up to date. Right, so let's go. So as usual, my trend lines, I use trend lines, Fibonacci and zones. And I start from the weekly because it gives me an idea of the overall direction and also of what we are doing, like what price is doing. So here I had this first trend line like that. I don't really go too much back in the past, and because I just need to see more or less what's happening. And I color code everything. So when I'm in the smaller time frames, I can see what's happening. And my structural points, I make them thicker, right? And I use Fibonacci to track where we are at with price. Also, before I put the Fibonacci, maybe we've got some key levels. Well, this was the COVID spike, and we are already there. We're past that. So EURUSD here made a lower low. We don't know if this is the pullback, you see? So it's true that everything can change from 2014, where I'm looking at this now. This was wicked, then it did this. So yes, it did this and that, and then went down, but it created lower low here. So who knows if this is going to be a pullback? Who knows? We will see. But in the meantime, we trade what we see. So now I can place my fib and break of structure. So this is not this one. These two candles I see here is not really a pullback. I want to see a pullback. So this is a pullback. And it retraced to 23. Great, you see? And now I drop down to the, so this is impulse, correction, continuation. I expect it to go, sorry. There we go. So my boyfriend left the phone and the ringing is going off. Right, so we were saying impulse, correction, continuation. I'm looking to see it going at least to the negative 27, and then we will see what happens. So now we are in this leg and I want to analyze what's happening. This is not a break of structure yet because it's being wicked. And so we drop down to daily. On the daily, we see that here is wicked, and then it broke the high here. So this is my trend line for the daily. Yeah, like that. I'm thinking, so this is, and then this was the break of structure. No, actually the break of structure was here. So it didn't really break the low there. Right. Now, the fib going up was from here, break of structure, retracement to 100%, negative 61.8, and this fib is finished. Then we had we were waiting for something to happen. because it could have reacted to this and then fall. This is the new break of structure. This was the new break of structure, and this was the impulsive move. So I've got another fib that goes from here to impulsive move to here. Right, so lots of interruptions. So these retrace to 0.5. So we consider it over negative 27. However, it kept going up. And so when it's like that, well, let's see. So this was the end of this fib. Now we would be waiting. So from here, we would take a short if there was the entrance, but then we would just then stop at a point when the fib ends for the short. And then we would look at the next break of structure. But however, well, I wouldn't consider it a break of structure because it's wicked. So I would stop trading EU until it gives me a break. I would consider this consolidation. So from here to this low, to me, this is consolidation. Let me actually do the consolidation thing that I usually do. Okay, so now we're moving inside consolidation. I'm taking this out, right? And let's see how we can do inside consolidation, right? So you see this. So here it broke, so it finished the fib, negative 27, because for its retracement to 50% here, the maximum we expect it to go for now is negative 27. And it didn't break structure even here. Even here, that was, you see, that was wicked. We could consider this one as a break of structure, but it didn't even go past this wick. So I would keep it as consolidation. Anyway, the analysis inside of that, inside of this this chart would be that we have. So this is finished. So now we have a trend line. Trend line, and the break of structures. We had a break of structure here. This is the minor structure. Here, 4 points. Then we have a new break, another break of structure there. So we've got a fib. This is retracing to 23. Even if I went lower, would retrace to 23. So naturally ends at 27. So the new high we wanted to break is this one. So in here, this was all consolidation to me. I didn't even look at it. I started looking at you when it broke this structure, but it was consolidation. It wouldn't break. It wouldn't break this high. Then got rejected, came down. Here, the low would be the lowest point. So this is anything between. So going backwards, the lowest point is that. So this would be the low. And we're just breaking minor structure highs. This was wicked. The low is still this one. So in the end, it's consolidating. Now, this was the high. And it got broken here. And so my new lowest point would be this one. This would be the new lowest point. And I can see a downtrend, a minor downtrend, minor structure downtrend in here, which is this one, creating lower lows. This is lower than that one. Then it goes up, then it goes down here. So my trend line would be connecting these dots there. And well, yeah, and it didn't retest. We could have looked for an entry, but it didn't retest. So nothing. So now for you, EU, what I would do, it rhymes, I would be waiting for it to exit, to break above or to break below. But for now, to me, there's nothing really to do because we are consolidating. We didn't have a real break of structure, like breaking this high. So I would wait, nothing to do for me, for you. So what I would do is I'll just forget it. I'll put an alarm. I'll just leave it like this. When price would finally give me a break of structure, then I would look for for trading this. And GU gave a situation like this, like a breaking out of a consolidation pattern, and gold did as well. So thank you. See you later. Bye.